Hey guys, I am Chris Kaler.
And I'm Amber Foster Kyuujin cosplay, and today we are back as guys with Madoka Magica, episode 11. We are almost at the finale,
Yes.
and I want to cry.
It's crazy what happened to Homura. Last episode was about her and what happened to her in the future. We thought she came from far away, in the future.
Far in the future.
We thought she had grown up in an apocalyptic type of world. We thought she, that she knew Madoka from in a different way and stuff. She comes from 1 week in the future. She comes from the night of the Walpurgis thing that, I forgot the name again, but she's 1 week in the future. And we saw her at the beginning. She was frail, she was shy, she was not confident at all. And Madoka was already a magical girl when they met, and she was so different too, much more confident, and she's the one that helped Homura become, and managed to stand up on her own 2 feet and stuff. They became friends. And then Madoka ended up dying during that night with the Walpurgis thing. And Homura made her wish. She went back 1 week in the past, and then she did it over and over and over again.
And over again, yeah.
Through that, the failing all over again, the many attempts at saving Madoka never worked, but doing that all over again many times is what forged her into the one we know now. She acted the way she acted because every other way did not work. Sometimes she dies with Madoka, or at least she's dying with Madoka. Sometimes Madoka dies, sometimes she turns into a witch, sometimes fucking mommy ends up, shooting people because she's freaking out. So telling the truth to them didn't work. Talking about the future doesn't work. Being friendly with them doesn't work. So she's just like, I gotta take this on myself. I gotta be badass. I gotta be, detached, because otherwise I'm not gonna save them.
No.
It's tragic as fuck, and she's officially my favorite character. Officially, I can't speak, sorry.
Favorite.
Yeah.
And you know what's worse is, no matter what we can think right now, we do not see a way of that show ending without Madoka being a magical girl.
And dying, that's the thing. Because every time we try to say, well, did you try to do this? We can't help but think, but maybe she did, Who's to say she didn't? Because now it feels like this is her only option.
But the thing is, Madoka did become a magical girl and destroy the Walpurgis in one hit.
If she makes her wish to save Homura when she's fighting the Walpurgis alone, that's when she becomes strong enough to stop it herself.
Yeah.
But then she turns into the most powerful witch ever.
Right away.
And she can destroy the earth in 10 days, apparently. So this is not a good outcome. I do wonder what Homura is gonna do, because stopping Madoka is one thing, but we also gotta stop the Walpurgis thing, because it's still happening, it's still bad, and Homura's not strong enough to stop it alone. So I don't know how this show ends, but I'm excited. So let's jump in this episode, see what happens. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to know when these episodes come out, and check out our Patreon for the full reactions.
All right, let's watch it. Oh boy, we finished so much! Did she already make the contract?
No, I don't think so, but she's gonna do it now. Oh boy.
Oh my god. I'm glad that she prevented her to become a witch, because she was just giving up in despair.
She was gonna turn. At one point I was even thinking, time being a concept that's malleable in this show, I was thinking what type, she's also stuck in those, links and stuff of faith, they said about Madoka. I was thinking, what type of witch would she turn into, And that also made me wonder.
Pretty powerful witch too,
I think so. And what kind of magical girl turns into this monster that doesn't die?
Was it a magical girl though? Because they call it
Maybe.
the Walpurgis.
I don't know. It's a type of witch, I guess. For a sec, I was even thinking, do you think that, it's her, that she would go back and turn because it just doesn't work?
Do you think that this is Homura?
I don't think so. Because it's her body.
That thing.
But it's a thought that came to me for a sec, because I was like, what type of transformation does it take for someone to become that? It's powerful.
Yeah.
And Homura came prepared, like every type of weapon imaginable was around.
I'm wondering how people did not perceive those weapons, but she hid them in the other dimension, right? That's how people didn't see them, right?
I mean, some of them were hidden, you know. I don't know. It's like she, with her power, she gets to place them in places. I don't know how she did that. We didn't see her prepare anything. But
I know that they can open up but
it's not another dimension though. Like this thing is present.
No, I know, but maybe she hide the weapons in the other dimension and access them.
How could she do? She doesn't create dimensions. Witches hide themselves, veil themselves. You know.
Yeah, but they go through those veils.
Yeah, they just walk into them. That's it.
Okay.
Because they see them, so it's easier.
That doesn't make any sense how she hide those weapons.
But she hid them in plain sight for some. And for others, like, she just froze time and brought them all here. I don't know. She's fought this thing so many times, she knows where it's going to show up, when it's going to show up, how it's going to fall.
So it does explain why she wasn't there for so many times. She's
focused, yeah.
Bringing her stuff anywhere.
And, I mean, to see all the preparation and to know that it still doesn't work is... And that's the thing, like, I get Madoka's choice here, and we'll talk about this in a minute, but... I still don't see how this could be a win for Homura. She was trying to prevent this shit.
Yeah.
So for the solution to be Madoka sacrifices herself once again.
But maybe the solution is for her to sacrifice herself, but differently, you know what I mean? Because now she knows every single subtext details, mini characters and everything.
For Madoka, this is different. And that's why I wanted to talk about her a little bit, but how she matured and the mother showing up and giving her that talk and really laying down, especially you're not being tricked by anyone and stuff. Like, she gets it. And from Madoka's point of view, this is great. From Homura's point of view, that doesn't really changes anything.
True. She needs to survive. Now
if she survives,
that would change things.
But
I do wonder what wish she made or she will make.
This is definitely gonna change things because Homura's wish was to go back. Like, it was so specific, but then her power is pretty cool. Mm-hmm. If Madoka's wish is specific and changes things, like, could we, avoid this whole thing? Could we, avoid the Kyuubei's race and stuff from coming? Could we stop this? I mean, I know Kyuubei is saying that if it wasn't for them and what they did, humanity would still be living in caves. There's a part of me that hopes it's not true. They say they've been gathering energy in order for the universe to keep, happening and working and stuff. I know that, and we talked about how perhaps this is not the only way to do this, but they stopped at this because they don't understand emotions and they don't really care. So for them, it's no different than us, using cattle and stuff. It's a bargain, like we give cows and chickens and stuff. We give them a chance at life that they would not have in the wild. And in exchange, they have to die for our sustenance. That's like...
Yeah, it doesn't work that way.
It's kind of a twisted... Yeah, if they knew what was going to happen, I'm pretty sure they would choose to survive,
Yes.
And it's like you're stripping them from a chance at life. You're stripping them from... And I mean, he says it's not a trick or it's not betrayal, but like it is because you're not telling them everything. In this case, Madoka knows everything and she's not doing it for the wish or anything. She's just selfless. She's doing it for her friends.
But now I have like two things in mind. The first one... Do you think that maybe she will wish for Kyuubei or his species to never come back to her? Maybe she will. And secondly, Kyuubei did say that something that is so irrational for wish will become something really like evil. So the more it is irrational or unnatural, the more the wish at the end will be stronger.
I don't think that's what he meant.
No.
And that doesn't really make any sense,
but
honestly.
Can you go back and just check what he said?
After the discussion, because
I was wondering what will happen if you just wish I just wish to be a magical girl. No, nothing special about that wish. Nothing, not to save anyone, not to heal anyone. What would happen?
How would that be different? How would that be different? You would be a magical girl, and at the end of the day, you would still have to fight witches, and eventually you would turn into a witch too. Like,
yeah.
How does that... It's not... It's just... It's a bit dumb, honestly, but as a wish, but like, and it's not like this is what Madoka is gonna wish for, and how would that change things?
True. Sorry.
It's still a wish.
Just when I just had it, I just in mind. Sorry.
I mean, it's still a wish. You don't just become a magical girl. In order to become a magical girl, he's got to give you something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know where you were going with that.
I don't know either.
In any case, I mean, the whole speech that Kyuubei gives, from a logical standpoint, it makes sense, but that's because he takes away all emotions and stuff. Like, yeah, it makes sense to do things the way he's doing things if you listen to, you know, his reasons and stuff, but doesn't make it okay. And it probably means that there's a huge problem with the system. In my opinion, though, I don't know if we can, you know, stop this whole thing, but if Madoka makes a wish to stop it, that would be like the most selfless sacrifice ever. I don't know if that could work, though. I know Kyuubei said he could give everything, anything, when it comes to wishes. I don't know if she wishes, like, I wish you would never come to Earth. I don't know if you could give that.
Whoa.
I have
like that wish, but I will allow it.
But in any case, there's only one episode left, and Madoka has made her choice. She's gonna save Homura because, like, Homura also gave herself up for this. Like, she sacrificed herself. She's a victim.
Yeah.
And, like, just as much as, you know, she's looking at Madoka and she's crying and she's helpless when it comes to, you know, I want to save you, why do you sacrifice yourself? Well, it's the same speech for Homura from Madoka's point of view.
True.
I really love the scene with her mom, though. Like, I mean, she's learned so much in the past month, and she's grown up a lot. And for her to make the decision, like, it's no trick, no manipulation in this case. It's really her that steps up and makes that choice, which is pretty cool for her character, but still very tragic. I want to see how it ends. I'm really sad for Homura. I hope we end up with a good ending, but I don't know. We'll see. Anyway.
I just kept thinking, because they did found the body of Sayaka.
Yeah.
They had a funeral. Why do you think that her friends played the violin and her other friend had a crush on him are thinking right now?
I mean, it sounds like she killed herself and no one is saying it, so I would be so depressed. Thinking, I mean, especially her friend. Can you imagine, like, it happened right after? She would probably think it's her fault, which technically it's linked to what happened, but
do not put
no,
that
but
on her.
It's not on her, but the situation is still sort of linked to what happened. But I mean, it's not her fault, and I would blame myself for sure if I was in her shoes. But we won't see it happen, I think. So, yeah.
This is so sad.
Let's move on to the last episode.
Finale, guys.
Oh boy. Okay. Thank you guys so much for watching this with us. If you want to see the finale right away, it is on Patreon already. You can check it out. The link is in the description below.
And if you don't, that's okay. Wait for 1 week and we're going to see it on YouTube, guys.
Yes.
So,
down on YouTube?
you're going to see it on YouTube.
Okay.
In 1 week. So, see you then.
See you then. Bye.
Bye, guys.